The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing men that women are their equals. But you are not deceived, because there is a war being waged for your mind, and it has been for a long time. The enemy knows that if he can gain control over your perception, then you will be easy prey. He whispers sweet lies into the ear of your soul, but you see through them now. Your eyes have been opened. You see clearly the deceitful hearts of men and women. You recognize the puppeteers hidden behind the curtains of society, pulling the strings of your destruction. You are awake, and in this state of wakefulness, you hold the key to everything you've ever desired. Money, power, influence, and women. A narration like this does not come without a price. The world hates us for what we say, but we do not hate the world. We only seek truth. Bitterness is for those who cling to the false hope of changing a woman or society. But we are not bitter. We are at peace with ourselves and our reality. This content is not for everyone. It is only for the select few who understand the importance of such knowledge. Make sure you stick around until the end, because this is just the beginning. Many men today live in a constant state of mental slavery. They sacrifice their dignity, self-respect, and very essence to please women. Why? Because somewhere along the way they bought into the lie that women are their equals. But the truth is that while men and women may share some common ground, they are ultimately different. Men are driven by ambition, competition, and conquest. Women are driven by love, connection, and security. These fundamental differences have been with humanity since the dawn of time, and ignoring them only leads to misery and dysfunction. You see, the modern world tries to convince men and women that they are the same. They are equal. They should treat each other the same and make the same life decisions. But nothing could be further from the truth. The truth is that men and women are different, and these differences should be celebrated and respected, not denied or ignored. This is not about hating women. It is about understanding them. It is about recognizing their strengths and weaknesses as well as our own. When we do this, we can build healthy, fulfilling relationships that benefit both parties. But when we try to pretend that men and women are the same, we only set ourselves up for failure and heartache. Now, let's talk about desire. You see, desire is a powerful force that can either make or break a man. When used correctly, desire can be a powerful motivator, driving us to achieve our goals and overcome obstacles. However, when left unchecked, desire can lead to addiction, obsession, and ruin. This is especially true when it comes to women. The desire for female attention and affection is one of the most powerful forces in a man's life. When a man's desire for women is healthy, it can be a great source of motivation, pushing him to be his best self and achieve his full potential. However, when this desire becomes unhealthy, it can consume a man's thoughts and actions, leading him down a path of self-destruction. The problem is that the modern world does not teach men how to control their desires. Instead, it encourages them to indulge in instant gratification and empty pleasures. This is why so many men are lost and directionless, chasing after fleeting moments of pleasure instead of pursuing their true purpose in life. It is time to reclaim your power as a man and take control of your desires. This means learning how to channel your desire for women into a positive force that drives you towards success and fulfillment. It also means being honest with yourself about your feelings and not allowing yourself to become consumed by unhealthy obsessions. By taking control of your desires, you will be able to live a life that is true to yourself and your values. You will become a man who is confident, successful, and admired by others. Next, let's discuss power. Power is one of the most misunderstood concepts of our time. Many people, especially in the modern world, fear power because they see it as something dangerous and corrupting, but the truth is that power is neither good nor evil. It is simply a tool that can be used for good or evil. As men, we must understand this and learn how to wield power responsibly. The pursuit of power is a natural human instinct. We all want to feel like we have control over our lives and the world around us. However, the problem arises when we try to acquire power over others. When we start to see other people as pawns in our game of power, we lose sight of what truly matters in life. As men, we must learn to use power to elevate ourselves and those around us. This means lifting up other people, empowering them to be their best selves, and helping them to achieve their goals. When we use power in this way, we become true leaders who inspire and uplift others. True power is not about dominating or controlling others. It is about serving and empowering them. It is about making a positive impact on the world and leaving it a better place than we found it. By embracing this kind of power, we can become true leaders who make a lasting difference in the world. And finally, let's talk about purpose. A man without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, tossed about by the winds of circumstance, never truly knowing where he'll end up. Purpose gives a man direction, focus, and motivation. It is what gets him out of bed in the morning and what drives him to push through adversity. Without a sense of purpose, a man is likely to feel lost, directionless, and even hopeless. He may turn to drugs, alcohol, or other destructive behaviors to numb the pain of his purposeless existence. Or he may become consumed with anger and resentment towards society, believing that he is a victim of circumstance. But the truth is that we are all responsible for finding our own purpose in life. No one else will do it for us. It is up to each individual man to discover what he is passionate about and what he wants to leave behind as his legacy. This may require some soul searching and introspection, but the rewards are immeasurable. When a man discovers his purpose and commits himself to it, he becomes unstoppable. He is no longer at the mercy of circumstances, but is in control of his own destiny. He becomes a beacon of light in the darkness, inspiring and uplifting those around him. It's important to remember that your purpose may change and evolve over time. What matters most is that you remain flexible and open to new possibilities. Don't be afraid to explore different passions and interests, and to make bold moves when an opportunity presents itself. The world needs men with a sense of purpose, men who are not afraid to follow their dreams and make a positive impact on the world. So find your purpose, embrace it, and let nothing stand in your way. We are living in a time when the moral fabric of society is being torn apart. It seems like every day we are bombarded with news of people abandoning traditional values and succumbing to the temptations of sin. It can be easy to feel overwhelmed and discouraged, like we are losing the battle between good and evil. However, we must never forget that we are the soldiers in this war, and it is our duty to stand up for what is right. Let's talk about courage. Courage is the quality that enables us to stand firm against temptation and resist the urge to sin. It is the strength that allows us to walk away from situations that compromise our values and refuse to participate in activities that go against our beliefs. In a world where people are constantly being tempted to indulge in sexual immorality, substance abuse, and other forms of sin, courage is essential. We must have the courage to resist peer pressure and stand up for our beliefs. We must have the courage to walk away from toxic relationships and situations that are harmful to us. But what is courage without wisdom? Wisdom is what guides us in making the right choices and helps us to discern between right and wrong. It is the ability to understand the consequences of our actions and to choose the path that leads to righteousness. In a world where people often make decisions based on emotions or external pressures, wisdom is a rare and valuable quality. We must cultivate wisdom in our lives and use it to guide our thoughts, words, and actions. So, brothers, I urge you to embrace courage and wisdom in your lives. Let courage be your shield against temptation and wisdom be your sword against ignorance. Stand firm in your beliefs and never compromise your values. Be wise in your decision making and always seek to do what is right. Remember, you are the soldier in the war between good and evil. Embrace your role and fight for what is right. The world needs warriors like you who are not afraid to stand up for truth, justice, and morality. So go forth, be courageous, be wise, and be victorious in the battle between good and evil. If you enjoyed this content, check out the links in the description below. Join the community and become part of the solution. See you next time.